Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Williams with Blue Book MKE. I'm about to do something for you that is going to help you with your business. It's going to help you on the personal and financial level. I promise you. But what I want to do first, because there's a lot of people who fake it, they are fake gurus. They don't do what they claim that they're doing. And I want to just show you first that I'm actually spending money doing what I teach people to do for my own businesses. And so you can see that if you decide to work with me on any of the levels, and there's different levels that you can work with me on, uh, that you know that I'm not lying to you, that I'm telling the truth. So this is one of my accounts for one of my businesses. It wouldn't let me go that far on seeing the amount spent, but you can see here $202,000 and some change right there. So you can see that is true. That is money spent. People don't spend this kind of money without being able to get results. Now I'm going to take you to another account. And by the way, that was my one of my Facebook accounts. Here is another account. This is with TikTok. You can see right here, $43,504.54. I'm starting to even increase that more with TikTok, and I have multiple accounts now with TikTok, but this is one of the ones that I spent the most money on. Now, these are some of my customer accounts inside of Google that I've spent. Some of my customers, we bill for them. Some of them, they put their credit card on file and then it's billed themselves. Just depends on what type of budget they want to have. But you can see right here, these clients spending what over this period of time, it wasn't able to go back as far as I wanted. I just picked a little bit of time here, but it was 204, $240,000. So you already saw almost a $500,000 right there in ad revenue spent. And you can see here, this client here, he spent $44,000, and I believe that was only over a few months, and he had here we go. Clicks. This was a paper call. So 1,558 calls. On this one here, 2,137 calls is what that client had. And I can tell you that these clients are making a lot of money from what I've helped them set up for their businesses. People come to me because they're going to be making money when they're running ads, not because they're going to be losing money. This one here is from one of my businesses that I had just started advertising on Google. It's in the medical industry, and this is all I've spent over. It was only less than a month, and I could tell you my revenue from this. You can see right here it says the interaction, the clicks. This is people that come to our office. That's what this represents. Now, not all 454 came to our office. I would say probably 100 came to our office, and out of that group, probably only about 10 qualified for that service that we're offering. But I could tell you that I've made over $100,000 with an ad spend of $1,045. That's why I don't want to show people uh, those businesses because we have we don't want to expose ourselves. That's why some of these other people are a bunch of BS. So I wanted to show that to you real quick. Now we're going to flip over and we're going to go over a lesson that is going to change your life. All right, let's get to it now. Number one, are you motivated? Like, I don't want to speak to someone. You can click off of here. You can go do other stuff, live a sad life. Please opt out of my list because I don't want depressed people around me. I don't want to even be in the atmosphere of people who are like naysayers that just don't believe in themselves. I don't want those types of individuals. I don't even want to work with those types of individuals. So now, are you happy that you woke up this morning? Do you know that you could have not woke up this morning? Do you know that other people died today? Do you know that other people have less than you? And do you know that other people have more than you? And do you know that you are the same as those individuals? It's just that your level of thinking, and your level of awareness is different than those individuals. So the person who can't afford to do anything, who lives on the street, their level of awareness is there. Your level of awareness where you're at right now is where it's at now. And the level of awareness of someone that may be making millions of dollars, $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month, millions, billions, their level of awareness is over there, is at a different level. That's the only difference. It doesn't matter what color you are. None of that stuff matters. You, me, we control where we want to be. And also, everybody does not want to get to a certain level. I've talked about it before in the past that while my children were growing up, there was a certain level that I was willing to go with my businesses because I wanted to make sure I was always there for my kids, my 3 daughters, always there until they were 18 and out of the house. After that, I really started expanding the business. My wife and I were moving around a lot. I would go to the office. At that time, that whole time while my kids were growing up, I only worked 3 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. That was it. I was home. My kids knew me fully. If you know them or if you ever, I don't know how you would know them, but they know me fully. I was there for them, and I did not want to be the type of person that was chasing all these other things when I couldn't be there for my kids. So I didn't do that. And luckily we had our children early because after, in my 40s, I was able to really start expanding out on my businesses. So now let's get into it, because this is going to be, this lesson is very important. This lesson is so important that I put my Cash App right there because I want to see how many people appreciate what I'm about to give you right now, because people pay big money for this type of stuff from mentors, from people like me that have been there, that are there now. So now, let me tell you something right now. You're thinking about becoming successful the wrong way. If you're not successful in your business right now, it's because you're thinking about it the wrong way. And I know this because I've done it. I was thinking about it the wrong way. Let me give you some examples. See, I know, and I felt like, why can't I get to a certain level that I see other people at? And it was because I was always thinking the wrong way. I was always thinking like, you got to know exactly how to do it. You got to know it's got to be perfect. You don't want to be embarrassed. You want every little detail, the website, the ad, the storefront, if it's a storefront, you want everything to be so perfect. It's so perfect that you're in a way you're paralyzed. You're paralyzing yourself from being successful. And also another thing is that you don't want to lose any money. You don't want to waste any money. I went through that. Like, why would I invest in that? I don't want to lose any money. I want to try to figure out a way to do it without doing all this bootstrap and all that type of stuff. And that type of thinking. When I overcame that type of thinking, I went so much further. Like, there was a time where I didn't want to, I was thinking, like, if I get employees, then it's taking money away from me. That's not the truth. When you get employees, it gives you time, and then you get to create more money for your business. For whatever part of your business that you're in, you get to focus on doing that better. And you have them do the work. Right? I'm about to break. I would say by the end of the year, I'm going to have over 100 employees. 100 employees. And when they do their work, it gives me free time. It gives me free time for my family, gives me free time to create, which is my position. For my business, I'm the creator. I create the ideas, I give them to implement, and then I want to just see if it worked or not. And not everything that I create works. So get that out of your mind, thinking that it has to work. Now, the reasons why you keep trying, though, is because you do have a burning desire to get somewhere. Somewhere deep down inside, you are saying, I'm not satisfied with what I have. I'm not satisfied with this. I don't want to be at that job anymore. I don't like that boss. You have all of that type of stuff that's just in you, and it'll make you, like, it'll wake you up. Some people, one of my associates, this pastor, he's in a network marketing company. I think it's with Prepaid Legal. And every New Year's, he sends me an email and a text, or he sends me a text, and he's like, Happy New Year's, and it's going to be a big year for my business in Prepaid Legal. And then it just starts to go downhill. Like by the end of January, it's like, are you still doing the business? He, flaps around in the wind with the business, but he has not had the success that he could have if he took that business 100% serious. Even though he's a pastor, he does not have full faith in himself that he can do it, because when he steps out into the arena that he's not fully confident in, he starts to think, it has to be exactly like this. It has to be perfect. I have to know exactly what the outcome is going to be. And that paralyzes him from becoming more successful. You have to let go of those feelings. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to just say, what if I mess up? What if it doesn't look right? What does it matter? Give yourself a chance. Now, I want to walk through. Now, there's more to this. There's more to this. But I want to walk through some things that I believe that will help you get yourself on track starting today. You're going to want to rewind this video, because you're going to be like, I got to internalize what Steve is saying. So let's get through. Let's start. Number one, when you're starting your business, and I see a lot of people get this wrong, and I even got this wrong in the past, because I used to watch those infomercials in the 90s, and they were like selling something for $30, and I was like, man, if I could just sell a book for $30 and I can get like 1 million people to buy the book, I'd make like $30-something million or whatever. I had that thinking in my mind, but I didn't even understand it. I didn't understand what the $30 book was for, what the $200 course was for. All of that was a setup to pay something more expensive. And so what I learned, and this is like when I learned this about business, it like changed everything, because it's gonna actually give you the ability to, like, if you work at a job, you're gonna leave that job, because what I'm about to tell you right now is gonna like change everything. And if you don't know this, some people might know it, and then you just need help on other stuff I'm gonna go through. But a lot of people, I talked to someone yesterday in a consultation, and I deep down inside, I don't believe that they really know and understand what I'm about to tell you right now. When you make your prices, your price needs to reflect your value in yourself, and your price needs to also support you, your expenses, your taxes, and your employees, and any other thing that it's going to take to keep that business afloat. If you cannot figure that in your pricing, you do not have a business from the start. I can tell you, this is something that my wife, she made an adjustment. She runs our retail business. Like, she does the product, she, puts the pricing. And I was like, one day I was like, cause I don't want to like jump into it too much. Her and my daughter, that's their thing. I'm just there to support them on it. and trust me, the support on that business for my daughter was only at the beginning because it's become a very successful business. I reap income from that business, but I had a talk with her and I said, how much do you make on the when you sell a product? Like how do y'all price it? Because I was just asking, but really I was like thinking like I hope she's making it to where the business is supporting. Even though my wife is a very good business person, I just wanted to see where she was at. And she told me, she said on the major stuff, unless it's something that's like a trinket, something little. And even on that, she said that they make very good money on. But she said, regardless of what it is, we're gonna do. We make 50 to 60% profit. And she said, even if people say that they can find it cheaper on Amazon or whatever, she said, well, go get it from there. Because, and I'm gonna talk to you about that on the reasons why she's able to do that for that business, and you're going to be able to do it for your business. That's going to be one of my points. That's actually point number 3, but we'll get to that in a second. But she says she make 50, 60%. See, when I see store owners open up a store, and it's like you're not making enough money. You're thinking that you're going to do all of this in volume. And yes, volume is a part of it, but you're thinking you're going to do this in volume. And only people that make it in volume is people like Walmart and Target and all of these companies. And you see that some of those companies are not able to make it right now. In my area, Kohl's is struggling. So it's not always about volume. Like if you could make, $20,000 a month off of 100 people coming into your store, or you can make $20,000 a month having to have 1,000 people coming to your store. Which one would you want? The 100 or the 1,000? So what my wife, the way that she structured that is, so now you have 100 people coming in the store, but when you have 1,000 people coming in the store, you're making even 10 times more the money that you make off of those same 100 people, rather than going down to say I'm gonna lower my prices to get to 1,000 people. Why not concentrate on getting 1,000 people to still pay what you would make off of 100 people? I mean, I don't know if I said that right. If you make $20,000 off of 100 people, now you have 1,000 people. You're gonna make what? You're gonna make what? 20 times that 200,000. You get what I'm talking about. If you made 200, I don't feel like doing the math right now, but you're not trying to lower your price to draw in more people, because that's like a recipe for disaster. With all of my businesses, we don't lower anything. None of them. And people will say, well, you've charged too much. Well, we charge too much. Go somewhere else, because I know what I got to charge to pay myself a profit. I know what I got to do to pay my employees. I know what I got to do to pay all of the other expenses, taxes, everything. And if you're not that customer, we don't want you. And I'm going to go into that too. So now, number two is, how are you going to get customers? In the consultation I had yesterday also, this individual, he had an idea about how he's going to get customers. And it was a good idea, but it was a flawed idea, because it's going to be too much work for that individual, and they're going to be blowing away a lot of money. And if the only way it's going to work is if their pricing is right. Not to say it can't work, but the pricing has to be right. So, how are you going to get your customers? Like in your mind right now, I've seen people open up a store, and it's like, how are you going to bring in customers? Are you running ads? There's a store down the street that we're trying to get into my magazine. It's a smoke shop. And when I drive by going to go to lunch, I see the person out there all the time outside sitting there. And I'm like, how is this place even making it?
How are they even making? You don't see them anywhere. You don't see them online. You don't see them in print. You don't see them anywhere. And I suspect that that place is going to end up closing. You see a lot of places pop up, look good, and end up closing. Uh, so how are you going to get customers? And then people will say, well, I'm going to post, I'm going to do all this free stuff and all of that. And that's all well and good, but is it something that you can do consistently? And is it going to consistently get you people to talk to? See, the thing that you're going to run into when you open those doors, when you start to say, hey, we're open, I want people to come in, not just my friends and family that you try to sell your stuff to. I need customers, people that don't know me. When you sell to someone that doesn't know you, you have a real business. When you keep selling to people that you know, you don't have a real business. So if it's something that you cannot do consistently and it cannot drive people in consistently, you do not have a strategy to bring people into your business. You just don't. I mean, I hate to break it to you. You already know this because you reach out and try to find ways to bring in customers. You try to reach to all of these different tactics and posting strategies and free strategies and get people from overseas to do the posting for you, SEO, all of this different stuff. What did I just show you? What did I just show you? And the thing about it, like when I said earlier, you're thinking about it the wrong way. So you're thinking that if I spend money on advertising, I'm not going to make anything back. I'm here to tell you, if you spend money on advertising, you have a strategy to bring stuff back, you can't lose. You're going to want to spend more money. Like when I finish this video, I'm going to make more ads for my businesses because it just brings in more money. It's like you're printing money. Why wouldn't you, if you were going to advertise $100 a day, let's just say $100 a day, and you knew that that $100 a day, not that day, but over time could bring you 200, it could double your money, 300, 400, 500, $1,000, depending on what product or service you have. If you knew and had a strategy to turn that advertisement into money, wouldn't you just do it all day? Wouldn't you just do it all day? This is what I've been doing for the last 32 years. I've done it with print, I've done it with TV, I've done it with radio, and I'm doing it online right now. It can work, but you got to stop thinking the wrong way. Like you're like thinking backwards with your business. My way is that you need to do paid advertising. Reason why is because your money is working for you. Your money is an employee. Even if it's a small budget, your money is another employee. That ad is an employee that's bringing people, that's going out there saying, hey, I have this. Come on in. I have this. Come on in. I have this. Come on in. Do you want to get more information? Do you want to learn more? That's what your ad is doing constantly, all the time, 24/7 for you and your business. So stop thinking about all of this free stuff. Think about it from the standpoint of my ads, my ad dollars is another employee that's out there working for me. So now let's get to number 3. And this is what I was talking about with my wife business, and what we do with all of our businesses is that what makes you different. On with one of my businesses, we have it actually a video that says what makes us different, because people always ask with that business, what makes you different from your competition? So what did I do? I listened to them and I made a video. What makes you different? When they talk to my sales reps, they say, what makes you different? They tell them what makes you different. They also say, hey, would you want to see a video of Steve telling you what makes us different? And they're like, yeah. And people actually repeat, like they'll repeat it. They'll be like, I wanted to come with your company because I watched you on that video and you drew that line and you said this is where everybody is at, and even your business is right here. Everybody does this. And then I drew this line down the middle of the whiteboard. And then I said, this is what makes us different. And I didn't just say it, I drew it out like this, and this. And people, when they talk to my sales rep, they're like, I signed up with your company, with your service, because Steve said, he drew that line and he said, this is what's different. And this is what I'm missing. And I've done that with all of our businesses. My wife did it with our retail business. People will pay more for the same thing that they can get on Amazon from that retail establishment because she's made it different. She worked hard to make it an experience. Why do people pay $9 for or $6 for a pink drink at Starbucks for the Venti pink drink? $5 for it, or almost $6. Why? Because Starbucks made it an experience. I know because my wife, I want to go get my pink drink. My daughter, my pink drink. My two grandsons, they love pink drinks, and they don't get to drink too much, but they get to share some of the pink drink. And but they made it an experience. Apple made it an experience. Microsoft made it so a type of experience. Right now, with what we live in this economy, with this has to be something different about what you're doing. It must be an experience, and that experience is what makes you different. If you don't have something that makes you different, you and your competition look the same. And I'm not talking about saying, oh, well, we got the lowest prices, we got the guarantee, we do it better. That's a bunch of BS. You better concentrate and you better demonstrate what makes your business different. I don't care if it's a product, I don't care if it's a service, I don't care what it is. You better make it to where your business is different. And I'm not talking about just putting a name and saying we got low prices. All right, number four. Get this in your head right now. Get this in your head. Because if I didn't have this in my head right now, I wouldn't even be making this video, because I'd be like, almost 90% of you right now, of the 100% that came to watch this video, is probably only like 2% that's still watching. If you're watching, you're one of the people that are probably like on that mountain about to go over that edge to where everything is going to start happening for you in your life. And all of those other people, they just keep going backwards and backwards and backwards. They just can't get up that hill. They don't have a mindset for it. So you're right here. So let me tell you what number 4 is. Get this in your head. Number 4, not everybody is going to buy your product, your service. Not everybody's going to buy it, and you don't need everybody, and you don't want everybody. Some people you don't want to be your customer, even if they come to you with the money in hand. With my businesses, we have something that's called, like, to put it out there, it's like a buzzword. When we hear these certain words from individuals, it doesn't matter which business I have, with my healthcare business, my credit business, my debt business, my advertising company, even with our retail. When we hear people use these words, we try to coddle them away from us. We try to say we're not the company for you. We're not the business for you. We don't say we don't want your money, because that'll really, but there's one time that we did with this lady. She wanted to pay now. She was like, I got, for my credit company, I want to go ahead and pay. It's $1,049. I want to pay it right now. And we said no. And she fought. Why aren't you going to take my money? Ma'am, we don't feel that we are a good fit for you. We didn't want to put no blame on her. We just knew that she is not going to be the type of client that we want for our business. We don't want negative people. We don't want people who look at the glass as half full. We don't want to deal with people who constantly have problems in their lives. We don't want to deal with people who wake up on the wrong side of the bed every day to gripe about something. We want people who are motivated. We want people who want to get somewhere. We want people who understand that it doesn't happen overnight. We want people who understand that things happen and these are lessons. Good things happen, bad things happen, neutral things happen. Everything that happens is a lesson, and we keep moving forward. That's who we want, and that's who you want as your customers. And you're going to learn that as you build your business. You're going to learn when you're not worried about the money is going to come to you. Trust me, all types of money is just going to come flowing to you. You just have to release that part and say, I don't need to get every customer. I want customers who fit what I'm trying to do, and those customers are going to pay you a lot of money. Those are the ones that you want. I have one client with my publishing company. Where's with my magazine? This family that has this retail establishment. A while back, they had paid me $1 million. They're close to $1.5 million over the years that they have paid me. This one client. So wouldn't it be to my favor to go out and find other clients that are just like them? And that's what we do. My sales team goes out, and I'm like, look for people who are like this. Why go after business owners who don't believe in advertising their business? It's nothing but just frustration. Go after business owners who know, if I am going to build a successful business, I must market my business. So now you're just dealing with, is our publication or is our online strategy, are we the company to help guide you with your advertisement? That's the conversation. And then we get into the price. The price is done with the value of the service. So if we can bring you customers, if we can make your phone ring, if we can get you to get leads, if we can show you this is what you need to do, this is how you need to be professional with your business. If we can get you to that, isn't that worth what you pay us? So you see how that's thinking about business a different way. Let's not talk about money right now. Let's talk about what we can do, and then we can talk about the money later. So number five, stop thinking everything should be free. Stop thinking, some of the things that I be doing, I be like, let me try to see if it's a free way to do it. I got out of that mode. Let me tell you what I've done recently. Started another YouTube channel. I currently have one very successful YouTube channel, have another one that's growing, and I started another one that I will not be the face of. That it's just it's like making a franchise where I hired the workers to work that business. I hired a script writer, I hired a voice person, and I hired a video editor. And all I have to do is create the ideas for them that I want videos to be made. They put it together, it's posted, and I'll earn revenue from those videos. That's think about that. If I try to do all of this stuff for free, I try to go out there and get free software. I try to get free editing stuff. Use myself as the voiceover, which takes away from my time. Use myself as the editor, which takes away from my time. Remember what I said earlier. When you get employees, it helps you make more money. Right now, from one of my YouTube channels, I've made over $43,000. Now, take that template, duplicate it, take myself out of the picture. What if that one does $20,000 a year? Now you got $60,000. Now, what if it does $40,000? Now you have $80 some thousand. What if it does even more? Because I don't have to make time to make those videos. I have a team that's doing it. What if it makes $100,000? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? I want you to say, yes, Steve, I understand what you're saying. I'm getting a clear picture right now. So you've probably already done it. You've invested in courses, you've invested in mentorships, you've bought books, tapes, MP3s. I've done all of that stuff. I've done all of that stuff. And let me tell you the secret. Let me tell you the secret. You're gonna actually go and open up some of those courses that you had, and if the person was real, if their information was real, you're gonna be able to utilize it. Open up those courses that you got, and this time you're going to be accountable, and you're going to put it in order, and you're going to say, I'm going to do this, and this the way that they said to do it. I'm not going to screw up the recipe, and I'm going to see if it works. Or what you can do with that course that you bought, you can see if that individual is still out there doing what they claimed that they were doing at that time. There's some stuff that I had bought, and I went back and looked at the website, like, these people are gone. That means that what they were selling was a bunch of BS. I've been here for 32 years. You can look back at my history. You can look at my businesses. I show you, information, stats straight out of my accounts. I show you all types of stuff. I'm open about a lot of stuff. And sometimes I think I'm too real, so it kind of scares you, because you're like, if I work with Steve, if I take his courses, if I do his program, he's one of those types of people that's going to make me very accountable. And some of you are not ready to be very accountable. But remember what I had said in number 4. What I had said in number 4 is that not everybody's going to buy it, and some of the people you don't want as your customers. See, I don't want you as my customer if you're going to be a whiner. I don't want you as my customer if you're going to be thinking that things have to be perfect. I don't want you as my customer if you think that it's going to be get rich quick overnight. I want you as my customer because you're going to learn how to build a business. You're going to finally put it to rest, and you're going to build a business, and we're going to have lunch one day, or you're going to come to my office, and we're going to be at my conference room, and we're going to be strategizing on how to take your business from $10,000 a month to $20,000 to $50,000 to $100,000. I'm going to share the strategies that I've learned by doing it with my 4 different businesses and with my new companies that I'm just now starting, my mobile app companies and my other YouTube businesses, how I'm building those from the bottom up. I'm going to be teaching. So, first things first, if you need leads for your business, if you need, like what we talked about, you got to advertise your business. I have a course on showing you how to advertise your business. Or if you just believe you just need mentorship, you need someone that can mentor you, that can see where you're at right now, and that will just allow you to ask questions and tell you, this is the next step that you need to do. Like, Steve, I need someone to, like, tell me what is step 1, what is step number 2, what is step number 3. You might need me as your mentor. Now, I can tell you that it's not cheap, but and because I cannot, like, I'm not going to spread myself thin to work with 1,000 people on this. But you can contact me about that, because I need to know exactly where you're at also with your business. All right, if you're still here watching the video, thank you for your time. If you're watching it on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, and make it a great day. Make it a great day. Thank you.